What is Heroes of Might and Magic Dynasty? A brand new MMO strategy game from Ubisoft that just released yesterday in soft launch. It combines elements from Heroes of Might and Magic as well as games like Rise of Kingdoms to create a very unique new kind of game that I find very interesting. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you what the gameplay looks like, as well as what this game is all about, what it includes, and why you might want to just check it out right now. So what does the gameplay look like in Dynasty? First, I'm going to give you an overview of this game, and then we're going to jump right into the game, and I'm going to show you exactly how this game plays. So the main element of this game is a city building team where you build your empire. You have different types of resources. You upgrade buildings, research technology, train troops, and level everything up progressively. Take part in events, join an alliance, build up your power, compete with other players. All of that stuff is in this game. There are 3 different factions in this game, all with 7 different unit types, which creates a total of 21 different units. And all of them are from the original Might and Magic universe. There's also 19 different heroes from the same universe, all with different talents, different skills, different abilities, as well as an equipment system to gear them up. This game also offers a real-time strategy in the open world where you get to control your armies, go for raids, fight monsters and creatures, gather resources. On top of that, in the Alliance guild system, you get to build territory and capture territory from other players. There's an entire PvP system where you fight for control of certain objectives, you expand your territory, you fight in the open world. It is all the same as what we're used to in other games, but with a Heroes and Might and Magic twist added to it. Lastly, the most unique part of this game is the turn-based strategy that we are used to in Heroes of Might and Magic. It is exactly the same as the old games that we used to play. It is hero skills, abilities from your creatures, turn-based positioning strategy where you get to have a mastermind and fight bosses, monsters, expeditions, missions. All of that is included in here. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump right into the game and show you how it plays. So here is the city building aspect. So this is my city. Of course, I have the city hall that I can upgrade. Mine is level 12 right now. And you can see that I have a hall of heroes where you get to recruit new heroes at university to do research. And as you can see here, I'm training different types of units here, which there is 7 different types. And you can see basically it looks like what we're used to. There are different units, different abilities, and they have a different type, such as range or melee or mobile. And you can see that it goes all the way up to 6 levels of units, so you can upgrade them and train new ones, like as I'm going to do right now. Now, as well, in the city aspect, you have the original resource stuff where you get to just collect resources. There's a VIP shop here. There's marketplace to buy stuff with currency or resources. And as you can see here, there's an entire VIP system, as we are used to, with some kind of speed up building upgrade here, which is pretty great. I like that system a lot because it basically means that you can build some stuff for free when you have a higher level, so it lets you skip the early levels of some buildings when you are building them. Now, if we jump into the open world here, now you see that it is kind of similar to Rise of Kingdom where you have your city in location. If I go look at the actual world map here, you can see that it's a very large map, and here are all the people in my alliance right now. You can see that there's a lot of neutral objectives all around the map. They all have different buffs and different stuff to do. And in the middle, of course, is the Eye, which is the ultimate objective for occupation by one guild, who will obviously have kingdom titles and distributions of different rewards when we'll basically rule the kingdom. Now, this is going to be way down the line, but as you can see, it has all of these elements that we are used to from the open world aspect. Now, going back to my city, you see that there are a lot of different creatures to kill in the open world, which give different rewards. So I can do an attack and choose the different heroes that I have right now, as well as all the different units that I have from different levels. And you can see that they all have different abilities that apply in combat or not. And I can just send them, and it costs energy, and it will go and fight against these and give me the rewards. There's also these Chaos Towers, which can be rallied by your alliance. And there's also some unique features such as this shooting range, which basically you go and occupy for a certain amount of time and you get to recruit special units that way. Now as well, of course, there's the original gathering stuff that we're used to, where you're going to send your units in here to gather over time while you're away from the game. And there's also the same for the alliance territory, where you get to build your alliance's territory. If I show you right here, you can build some flags and fortresses and capture some terrain where you and your alliance are going to get to fight from and gather from. Now lastly here, we also have the usual stuff. So there is obviously a lot of events going on right now because the game just launched yesterday on Google Store. And you also have obviously the shop here, which you get to buy a lot of different stuff, which is very similar to other games of this style, such as Rise of Kingdom. This has almost the exact same kind of shop. And as you can see here, there's a lot of different events here. So this is how all these different buildings are going to get unlocked. You can see the eye is in 29 days, and there's all these different neutral buildings that you can go around and look. So such as this alchemy workshop, for example. And as you can see, there's so much here going on, different power boosts, city hall leveling, login bonuses, sharing, summoning lords and going on the Facebook page for them. There's a lot going on here. So it is very, very exciting. I find this game to be absolutely beautiful looking, as well as very in-depth, and I had never heard of it before, which I find absolutely crazy because it is, I think, going to be a game that will get very popular. Now jumping into the Expedition, which is where you get to play the turn-based strategy type of game. You can see here that there's an expedition with a lot of different levels, which you get to beat one after the other for a lot of rewards, as well as special challenges here against certain bosses. Now, I'm going to jump into one of those right away to show you how it works. So for those of you who have played Heroes of Might and Magic before, this is almost exactly like it to a T. You have your hero here, he has his own abilities, and you get to place your units here. So for example, I will place this one here, and I'll place this one here. I also have one of my special units right here. And you basically just get to position differently. Obviously, every race is going to have a different type of units. Now, if you jump right into the combat, you will see that it is turn-based the same way as you're used to. You have a command to make it automated or faster, and you get to, first of all, choose your ability. So I'm going to cast my hero ability right here. Then I have this guy who can go and attack here, as the Harpy do. They just go and attack and come back. They all have different movement styles. They all have different abilities. It is really similar to the game that we all used to play. And you see this one, I can just shoot from afar and move at the same time. Now this one just gets to walk. This one has an ability that I can cast and make my guy stronger. So here we go, Bloodlust on this one. And now I can also just click auto and the game will basically just play for me. Of course, this is not a hard content I'm doing right now. I'm still very early in the game. But you can see that this will get very complex. Every unit is going to have different specialty. They also have counter. If you look here, all the units have a different counter against different other units. So there's a lot of strategy involved in this game. And on top of that, there's a lot of different heroes with different abilities. And you can level up your castle to make your unit stronger. So this will have a very long and very in-depth strategy system involved in this. Now, when doing expeditions as well, you get this whole open world movement style of thing where you are basically a hero. This is the storyline, and you move around. You get to collect some resources, collect some troops, and you will also get to fight the same way as we just saw. So for example, if I go here, I can fight this monster, and then we're going right away back into the turn-based action here. So this is completely different from the open world stuff that we saw earlier, where you get to fight in the open world and you don't get to control these units. But in here, when you're doing all this PvE content, you get to control these units. So it has these two very distinct combat systems meshed together with the same units and the same heroes, but played completely differently for different types of combat. So I find that a super interesting aspect of this game. Now, this so far has been very, very surprising to me because it looks beautiful, it plays very, very smoothly, and I get all the fun aspects from Rise of Kingdom open world fighting, as well as all the fun aspects from Heroes of Might and Magic turn-based strategy. This is absolutely breathtaking and surprising to me. I had not expected this to be this good. Now, for the heroes in this game, as I said earlier, there's 19 different ones. They all have different abilities and different specialty. So this is the starting hero that I have. He has 3 different specialties here, as well as you can level him up. Now they have a star level here, which you get to increase with different tokens of that hero, and as well as all these abilities here. Now, as opposed to other games, these abilities are unlocked by going in the talents themselves. There's different talent trees here, as you can see, and here is the ability that I have here. There's another ability here, and this is the other ability. So you don't get to level up these abilities, they just go with your star level up to 5, I think, and they basically just increase stuff passively or actively. So this is the active skill of this hero in combat, and here are the passive skills when I'm doing different content in the game, which seem to apply all the time. Now this hero has different abilities, one of which is basically increasing my research timer and technology research speed. So they have passive buffs and active buffs at the same time, which is a very unique and different system. So it's not exactly like the other games that we're used to. This is its own thing. We're gonna have to explore more and make more videos about that. But I find that very interesting because it adds a new element that we're not used to. Now they also have different items such as artifacts, and you can see that they have different stuff on the item, so it gives more gathering or more stats. And you can see here this one, more damage when fighting monsters. So there's going to be obviously a lot of different items in this game that will change the way your heroes work and will benefit them in different ways. Now lastly, of course, the guild system, alliance system. We obviously have made our own guild on the server right now. There's only one server, so feel free to join this game and join our guild if you want more tips and help. Of course, this works basically the same as Rise of Kingdoms. So you have an entire technology tree here where you have different technology for your guild, as well as you obviously have the gifts here from different rallies or purchases, and you have a shop. You can aid each other. As you can see here, it will reduce the time that you take building or researching stuff, which is obviously very great. You also have different member ranks, so rank 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they all have different roles in the game. And obviously war when you want to do rallies and actions against others. And lastly, this territory stuff, which is very similar to what we're used to. You have a main building, you have different banners, and different gathering buildings that you can build eventually. So this guild system seems very, very complex, but very, very well done. I'm very excited to try it out, and I welcome you into joining this guild and learn this game with us. Now in the backpack, you'll see that you have the usual items here, speed ups, different boosts, different buffs. Here I have the expansions, teleports, shields, and all of the hero tokens for all the different heroes in this game, which have also this runes, which basically helps you upgrade your heroes. And there's a lot more in this game that I haven't even discovered yet, because this is a very, very complex, very in-depth game that mixes different games together into one. And I have never seen this done before, not this well at least. So this is a very, very surprising. So far, I've enjoyed tremendously everything I've done. Now the game has released in a soft launch today on the Google Store only, but it will obviously release worldwide as well as on iOS shortly in the future. So if you want to try this game out, now is the perfect time. There is only one server so far, so if you join, you will be on the same server as us. As well as good to keep in mind that there will not be any wipe. So everything you do right now will stay when the game releases fully. So it is kind of like a head start. As well as if you purchase anything in the game, it will not be wiped. You will keep everything you do from this moment. This is the official soft launch of this game, and it will continue from this point forward. So check the description of this video for more details about this game and where to download it. As well as if you have any questions or comments, make sure to join the official Discord for this game, which will be in the description, or leave a comment on this video, or join Not Casual's personal Discord for us to help you directly if you have questions on there. We have a section dedicated to this game. Feel free to leave a like on this video if you think this game is interesting, as well as please subscribe if you like this type of game. We cover plenty of these games, as well as we will be covering this game in depth for the next few months, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the battlefield.